And this is Brett. I want to just jump in and clarify the whole, big hard things concept too, because I think it's important. What we're talking about when we say, young people can do big hard things for God, we're not saying young people can get into Harvard. They obviously do. We're not saying you can have a successful career. We're talking about young people getting what we call a holy ambition. It's something that you really, really, really want to do, and God wants you to do also. And we think originally got that from John Piper. But we're talking about young people who were 12 years old when they began to hate slavery. They were 14 when they started reaching out to the homeless in their city. They were, 16 when they decided that managing a $55,000 political campaign was not impossible. So these are the kind of big, hard things, history-shaping things that we're saying young people can do when God gives them a passion and they submit that passion to the Lordship of Christ. And that could be a passion to share, it should be a passion to share the gospel. It should be a passion to reach out and impact others. And it's just it's a passion to serve God with everything He's given us, to the fullest of our abilities and to the fullest of the potential that we have in Him through His strength and grace. So the small, hard things are so important, and I completely agree with you, but I did want to clarify big, hard things, we believe are so important, and they're more than just, a successful
Yeah, I'm
career.
glad you did that. I wasn't trying to pit the two against the other, because the hard things you're talking about isn't Harvard. It's big things, profound things. Now, guys, if somebody's listening, they're going, oh, you're telling us we're supposed to overturn slavery. Come on, man. What would be some ideas? What should teenagers perhaps be setting their sights on? What should they be going for?
Well, do hard things starts right where you are. Different things will be hard for different people. Something may be hard for me that's not hard for you, and vice versa. And so there's beautiful diversity within the do hard things mentality. So young people really just need to start with where they are. Do hard things for them starts with the things that they already know they're supposed to do, but maybe they're slacking on, or maybe they're just coasting instead of really applying themselves. Maybe they're in a class, they only need a C to pass. Instead, they decide, I'm going to shoot for an A. Why? Because I need it? No, but because I need to grow, and I won't grow if I'm not challenging myself. It's a mindset, really. It's not a list of to-dos. But for the young person who says, I'm supposed to go out and change, stop slavery, yeah, right, I would share the story of a young man, good friend of ours. His name is Zach Hunter. He's 16 years old. He's written 2 books. He's spoken to live audiences of over 500,000 people, all fighting against modern-day slavery. And now when you hear that, your immediate thought is, oh my goodness, this kid must have been the one in middle school who's up on his table preaching the gospel to his classmates. And the truth is that was not Zach. Zach was the kid who suffered from severe anxiety attacks throughout school and had to be taken out for a while because he just couldn't cope. He got nauseous, he had headaches, he had to lay down. And it wasn't until he was 12 years old when he found out about just the situation today, that there are more slaves today than there were back in the day of Wilberforce or back in the day of the American Civil War. And he realized, I have to do something. If I don't speak up for those who don't have a voice, who will? And so he started an organization called Loose Change to Loosen Chains, collecting loose change from people's houses, at churches, at schools, to raise money to fight slavery. And he's done an incredible job, and obviously he's having a huge impact, but he's the most unlikely hero. He's the guy you last expect to be doing what he's doing. And he loves the stories in the Bible about God using especially young people, but just those unlikely heroes to accomplish His plan. And that could be that young person who says, do that? Yeah, right. God can use you if you're willing to trust Him enough to step outside your comfort zone and do some hard things.
Gentlemen, well done with the book. I mean it. Well done. It's about time.
Oh, thank you.
All right, website address is?
DoHardThings.com.
DoHardThings.com. Gentlemen, keep at it, all right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, see ya. All right, if you've got a teenager and they're heading into summer, a young person, I'm 12, 13 who can handle a book, get it for them and start encouraging them and helping them to not spend the summer sitting on the couch eating a bag of Doritos, but instead working on things like character and competence and working in collaboration with other people to do hard things, maybe not the things that hit the papers, but that are godly and pleasing and glorifying to Him. That is what we should be encouraging them to do. The book is called Do Hard Things, A Teenage Rebellion Against Low Expectations. Alex and Brett Harris. And this is Way of the Master Radio.